The Golden Knights have 2 games left in preseason, tomorrow against the Kings and Sunday against the Sharks.
Then the real deal starts.
Yes.
Can't wait for that. Both games will be at home. No doubt our Ron Futrell will be there. He's also here in studio tonight with the very latest edition of Striking Gold.
Yeah, Brian and Kirsten, here we go. Okay, the Knights have made the Stanley Cup playoffs each of their first 2 seasons, which is remarkable. Now, what that has done has raised expectations for a team that didn't have a single player on their roster 3 years ago. So tonight, a new season, some new players, but the same high expectations.
Expectation is what it is every year. Try and go all the way, but you start with 1 game at a time.
Merrill dishes it for Eakin. His wrist up, turned away, score! Riley Smith on the rebound!
Well, there you have it. Max is right. 1 game at a time. Now, one thing the Knights hope to do this season is avoid that slow start they had last year, perhaps in part because defenseman Nate Schmidt was out for the first 20 games.
I think that this team has all the ability, and we could talk about all the expectations and how you want to have your goals, but, this group understands what the overall goal is, and it should be for every team.
The expectation in Las Vegas is to get all the way, but one of the big things they're going to need to do is they're going to need to start better than they did last year in the first 20 games, and I think they've come back, and by all the looks of things, they look like they're all ready to go.
Now, the Knights have developed a strong core for the future. Trades last year brought on guys like Pacioretty and Mark Stone.
Now I can just relax and play and focus on knowing where I'm going to be and focusing on trying to win. Our expectations are to be a consistent hockey team. We want to give ourselves a chance to win every single night.
And we know the core group of guys we have here, and we believe in it. We have a lot of chemistry through our lineup.
You're going to start to see a team more like you saw in year 1. I think they're going to be edgy. I think they're going to be upset, to use a G-rated word for them, and they'll be tough, and in Vegas they're going to be really tough.
We should have had a warning video on there that we showed Sharks video there of that game from last year. But anyway, after tomorrow night's game against Los Angeles, the Knights play the Sharks 3 games in a row, sort of like the NHL might have planned it that way, huh? Okay. At the start of the new season, it's a good time to take a look at the Knights' contracts and see where the Knights are for their future and see which jerseys to buy. So the guys will be around for a while. You see Stone and let's see, William Karlsson up there at the top. Alex Tuch got a good deal through 2025, and then Jonathan Marchessault, you see him. That's a great bargain there, $5 million for Marchessault and the way that he plays right now. Pacioretty, Riley Smith, you see the contracts there. One thing to note, a couple of the players, Cody Eakin and Ryan Reeves, are free agents after this season, so big year for those 2 guys. On defense, Nate Schmidt and Shea Theodore, they're signed long-term. Braden McNabb has 3 years left on his contract, as does Marc-Andre Fleury. He's 34 years young, still going strong into the season. Hasn't played yet in this season. I'm guessing he may play tomorrow night, or certainly a little. I don't know if he'll play on Sunday against the Sharks. Good question for our next guest, by the way. Just a thought of when Fleury's going.
Do you want me to ask if Fleury's going to play?
Yes, I'm curious to find out.
An interview about the Knights coming up. By the way, that's a good chunk of change, especially in the desert. In Nevada, the dollar goes far here.
Correct.
$2 to $10 million in those salaries listed.
I think we have no state income
tax.
No
state income tax, correct.
Those guys are living the life.
Good.
All right, as you already